Knicks fans have been craving for success for the last 2 decades, after filled with many disappointments, facing a 5-year playoff drought with the front office making poor decision after poor decisions since Patrick Ewing left the team. We can put all those aside as New York will have a fresh start. GM Scott Perry begins his 2nd season, while head coach David Fizdale will have his opportunity to shine at the Mecca.
How's it going, guys? My name is Wilson. With plenty of mixed reactions from Knicks fans regarding the potential of Kevin Knox and what he will bring to the table, New York will likely continue to struggle next season. With Kristaps Porzingis out still recovering from his ACL injury, expect the 6'9" rookie to have plenty of playing time, potentially starting at small forward.
Born in Phoenix, Arizona, Kevin was a 2-sport athlete at Tampa Catholic, excelling at football and basketball. His father, Kevin Sr., was a former wide receiver at Florida State, a member of the '93 National Championship team. His son at first followed his father's footsteps as football was his first sport, played quarterback as a freshman, already standing 6'4", was even considered an ESPN top 150 recruit, throwing a football for 65 to 70 yards. However, his football career was short-lived, not because of injuries, but because he kept growing. So as a 6'7" junior, Knox completely shifted his focus to basketball, immediately developing into one of the top prospects in the nation, ranked 10th overall in the ESPN top 100, with Bagley, Ayton, Bamba, Carter, Sexton, and Jackson ranked higher, who were all drafted ahead of him. At 6'9", Knox is one of the youngest players in the draft. The talented small forward is one of the best catch-and-shoot guys in the class. With a near 7-foot wingspan, Kevin will still only be 18 years old playing in the summer league, won't turn 19 until a few days before the start of next season. Knox's standing reach of 8'10" will allow him to play the 3 and 4 at times, wears a size 18 shoes, and the best part is, he might not even be done growing yet. A great sign for Knicks fans is his confidence. After being selected, those same fans who booed Porzingis let their feelings be heard. Some are angry for New York passing on Michael Porter Jr., but due to his recent injuries, he's just too much of a gamble. With Knox, he's almost guaranteed to be a sure thing in terms of his scoring at the very least. The confident 18-year-old says he deals with pressure exceptionally well. Remember, Knox went to Kentucky, where the program has a rich history in preparing players excelling at the next level. Kevin decided to choose coach John Calipari over the likes of Duke and UNC because of Cal's toughness. Has the perfect attitude playing in New York. During his time with the Wildcats, the electrifying Knox was named SEC Freshman of the Year, led his team in scoring, putting up over 15.5 points, grabbed 5.5 rebounds in 32 minutes. Often compared to guys like Tobias Harris, Paul George, and Danny Granger, Knox is a very solid athlete with size, excels at finishing in the open floor, long strides, can play above the rim, while his ability to shoot from deep is his bread and butter. A guy who can simply get buckets with the NBA spacing, has an excellent offensive IQ in reading screens, knowing where to cut to the rim or create space, taking high percentage shots from behind the arc. Besides playing off the ball, Kevin will only get better at creating his own shot, not the best at it yet though, but with his length and taking 1 or 2 dribbles, Knox will have good space to elevate and rise up. Doesn't need much dribbles to put the ball in the basket. A solid compliment to Frank Ntilikina, whose game will also continue to grow. With KPL, Knox will be given the opportunity to shine early on. I expect Knox to be playing solid minutes for Coach Fizdale, who sees unlimited potential in the young man. One of the biggest knocks on Kevin's game is his defense and questionable motor. Often does get beat off the dribble by quicker guards, closes out late at times, and will eventually need to get stronger while being switched guarding the post. Will have some tough times inside, battling the likes of Kevin Love and LaMarcus Aldridge, but will eventually bulk up and get stronger, currently weighing around 216. One thing Knox is very good at, weak side blocks. With his length, has quick hands and feet with solid lateral movement. While Coach Fizdale is a defensive-minded first coach, worked as an assistant in Miami for 8 years, learning from the great Pat Riley and Coach Bolstra, Fitz will be putting his rookie in challenging situations right away and will be tested very quickly. I can picture Knox being one of the best scorers for New York next season, averaging between 12 to 16 points, playing a huge role offensively, will be on all-rookie second team, knock down open threes, and have a couple instances where he will take defenders off the dribble and get the guarding crowd rallied up. You look at the other wings in this draft, Mikal and Miles Bridges. He's taller than both of them, have a higher ceiling due to his age, as Miles probably hurt his draft stock by staying another year. MacLeod is the most polished player out of those three, and although I think he'll be a fantastic player, but because he's already 3 years older than Knox, the Knicks simply took a chance on the younger guy. With good development, a couple of big challenges Knox needs to overcome is his ability to finish through contact, as he often slips away, takes many floaters, and avoids going through interior defenders. Also, his ball handling skills were sloppy at times, being very long at 6'9", but has emphasized it during his pre-draft workouts. Overall, I see way more positives than negatives regarding Knox's upside. As a humble and motivated kid, Knox is not the type to back down, embraces tough situations, and because he didn't fully commit to basketball at a super early age like most guys, the 18-year-old will likely improve drastically, with one of his main goals becoming Rookie of the Year, which will be written in his room to fuel his fire as he wakes up every morning to see it. In a couple weeks, we'll have more glimpses of how the promising young stud will fare in Summer League, where I can see him get buckets, play in transition, and drain threes. Coach Cal has a strong reputation for preparing his guys to succeed in the NBA. Selected amongst 4 Wildcats in this draft, Kevin is arguably the best player between them and has the most upside. At least one Kentucky player becomes good every draft class. We all know New York will continue to struggle next season, but their young guys will have something to prove. It's only gonna take time. The Knicks will likely have another high lottery pick again next year, perhaps R.J. Barrett. At the very least, I can see Knox become a solid starting small forward who can provide instant offense, score the ball from all angles like a Tobias Harris caliber player. Overall, a very solid pick for the Knicks at 9. Knox might never be a superstar, but I can see him becoming a very good all-star caliber player, a great compliment to Kristaps Porzingis.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Knicks fans, let me know how you feel about Kevin Knox. Do you think he'll be an all-star caliber player one day? I talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, and anything basketball that will interest you. If you simply love the NBA, subscribe to my channel. You won't regret it. More good stuff coming soon. See you next time.